All right. Well, it's yet another case of do as I say, not as I do, my favorite story of the weekend. Georgia Democratic gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams and progressive New York Congressman Jamal Bowman are facing backlash for taking photos inside schools maskless while students around them wear masks. So let's bring in Fox News contributor Mark Thiessen. Mark, I just want to set this up and explain. So this picture of Stacey Abrams comes out. And she initially, instead of just dealing with it with maybe a little bit of humor, she doubles down and says this is a baseless political attack. And then after more scrutiny, she put out this final statement here. She says Stacey trusts science and supports masking in schools as it's the current CDC recommendation. She wore a mask to the event and removed it at the podium so she could be heard by students watching remotely and for photos, but only with folks who were masked. Now, this is a woman who's a talented politician. She decided to have a scheduling conflict so she wouldn't be seen with Joe Biden when he went to Georgia to do his voting rights speech, which is her main issue. So, as you point out here, you would think she had good political instincts, but on this, I think she maybe judged it completely wrong. Mark, your take, please.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, putting aside the hypocrisy, she's supposed to be a rising Democratic political superstar, future of the Democratic Party, and she had to know that there is a huge controversy with parents uprising against masking at schools. She had to know this all happened after Gavin Newsom and the mayor of Los Angeles were just in a controversy over taking off their masks in a stadium where everyone was required to wear masks. Take a picture of Magic Johnson. And knowing all that, she chose to take a picture with a group of school children wearing masks with herself without the mask. That's not only politically incompetent, it's bad virtue signaling. If you support masking with schools, she should have taken a picture with the kids wearing a mask, and said, look, we're all wearing masks. It's okay. It's not a big deal. But instead, she does the opposite and makes herself a hypocrite by taking off her mask, which has no science behind it because there's no science showing that taking off your mask for a photo doesn't spread COVID. So it's not even good virtue signaling. It's really, it's encouraging for me as a conservative because she's probably not nearly as politically talented, apparently, as everyone makes her out to be.
Indeed, and this comes as there's movement on masking in schools. In fact, the New Jersey governor has said he's going to give the green light to basically let the schools take the masks off. Scott Gottlieb, who of course you know, Dr. Scott Gottlieb, former FDA commissioner, he had this to say about school mask mandates overall.
We can start to lean forward and take a little bit more risk and try to at least make sure that students in schools have some semblance of normalcy for this spring term. A lot of kids haven't really known a normal school day for 2 years now, so we need to try to lean forward aggressively to try to restore that and reclaim it when we can.
You know what's interesting, Mark, is I have a theory that I've floated on the 5 and maybe here as well, that President Biden is waiting until his State of the Union address on March 1st to announce some of these things can come off because he'll want to say that he's helping return the country to normalcy. I don't think they have another 3 weeks to wait. I think these things are going to start happening across the country quickly. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think you're right. That would be smart for him to do, but I don't think he's going to do it. Look, there's no science supporting masking in school. Our friend Marty McCary actually went and looked at all the data to see if there's any studies showing that masking of children reduces the spread of COVID. He couldn't find a single study. There's data coming out of the UK which shows that for children, starting in March of 2020, going back to the height of the pandemic, that actually COVID was less dangerous for kids than the seasonal flu. And today, it's less dangerous for anyone under 48 than the seasonal flu. Germany reported that not a single child in the entire healthy child in the entire country of Germany has died of COVID during the entire pandemic. Every child who died had some sort of comorbidity. There is no science behind this being a danger to kids. Masks, on the other hand, they cause anxiety, they cause speech delays, they cause acne, which causes anxiety and depression in young girls. And also, you know, I'll tell you that if you can't read faces, kids are not learning how to read faces. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a few years from now an increase in autism-like symptoms of people having an inability to read faces because they were masked for so long during these key developmental periods when they can't communicate nonverbally. It's an absolute disaster, and it's much more dangerous than COVID.
Mark Thiessen, thank you. It's great to see you on a Monday. Appreciate it.